For the opening bout of the evening, presented by Beard Guys, you can see Chuck Campbell, 11 years the senior of Billy Elekana. Campbell is also the taller fighter at 6'4". Both men weighed in at the light heavyweight limit of 206 pounds. Both arms and legs see a reach advantage for Chuck Campbell.
All right, let's check out the keys to victory here for Elekana. He's got to control the pace and back Campbell up. And for Campbell, he's got to use those long-range strikes and utilize his footwork here in this fight.
And to start the action, Andy Shepard.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to San Antonio, Texas, and welcome to the PFL playoffs. Tonight, we will find out who in the featherweight division and the light heavyweight division will compete for the championships and those $1 million checks. But we begin tonight with a special showcase bout in the light heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He is a wrestling specialist and stands 6 feet 4 inches tall. He weighed in officially at 205 3/4 pounds and holds a professional record of 5 wins and 2 losses. Fighting out of Chicago, Illinois, Chuck Campbell. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. He is an MMA specialist and stands 6 feet 2 inches tall. He weighed in officially at 205 1/2 pounds. In 6 professional fights, he has built a record of 5 victories and 1 defeat. Fighting out of North Las Vegas, Nevada, and representing Samoa, Billy Elekana. Your referee in charge, Jeff Rexroad.
Our referee is equipped with the ref cam to take us inside the smart cage if necessary. Chuck Campbell's in the gray, Billy Elekana in the gold. Touch of the gloves. We are underway here in San Antonio, Texas, and an immediate switch of the stance for Elekana.
Elekana trying to keep that long range, showing a lot of feints, and Campbell's kind of biting on them a little bit.
£205 showcase. Long left hand there from Elekana. Both of these men trying to get an invitation to the 2024 PFL light heavyweight season.
Looks like Elekana trying to use that lead hand as a frame, trying to keep Campbell on the outside, trying to get him to run into that left hand, it seems.
Yeah, it's almost trapping. He's reaching out, trying to grab that glove and then throw that left.
Went with the body kick there, and now Campbell charges in, goes chest to chest with Billy Elekana. Campbell may be looking to slow the pace, take some of the heat off the punches of Billy Elekana, who does have a couple of knockouts to his name.
Campbell's dangerous from this clinch. He's got a knockout from this clinch position with a knee as well.
Campbell looking for those double underhooks, maybe trying to change his level, look for a double leg up against the cage. Elekana doing a good job controlling the wrist, controlling that overhook. Now he's getting lower. That's a better position for him where he can turn Campbell.
I think Elekana would like an underhook with that right hand, but Campbell's got a grip on that wrist and he's not letting that hand go.
Got good head position as well. He's getting that chin underneath that head underneath the chin of Elekana.
Referee has seen enough of the stalemate, stands him back up. Back to the center of the smart cage.
Ooh.
Sharp kick to the shin there from Billy Elekana.
Check by Campbell. That'll make you think twice about throwing that one again.
Elekana tried to hide that high kick behind the left hand, something we saw. So a measured pace here early. Let's bring in Dan Hardy. What do you think of the approach so far as we get our first flurry?
Well, I think you came to me at the wrong time. Campbell seems to be picking up his pace a little bit now, but Elekana, you pointed it out, it looks like he's trying to use that left hand to walk his opponent onto it, but Campbell's wise to it. You can see him just kind of taking his time and trying to figure out what's going to trigger that left cross.
We'll hear from Dan Hardy throughout the night. Paige Van Zandt also in the building. Traveling sidekick there for Elekana, stabbed into the midsection of Chuck Campbell.
Quite a combination of punches and kicks by Elekana.
Yeah, Elekana starting to really find his range now. Campbell, nice high kick there.
Through a right hand behind it, Elekana appears none worse for the wear. Sprawling here, trying to stay heavy as Chuck Campbell grabs a hold of this single leg.
Elekana showed some good defensive wrestling skills in that Challenger Series fight against Tristan Overeem. Here, having to go to it again. Now trying to attack that guillotine. Just enough to get Campbell to let go of that single. Oh, that might...
Heard a clack on that.
Yeah, it looked like the knee was a little low there. Yeah.
Cup check by Elekana. Campbell seems unfazed. Referee was on top of it. No need to stop the fight.
Good little switch out there from Chuck Campbell. Attacks the lead leg of Billy Elekana, who's back in an orthodox stance.
Yeah, it's always such an advantage anytime you can switch stances like that. We're seeing that become more and more common in modern mixed martial arts.
Good knee up the middle there from Campbell. Elekana offers one back in the final seconds. Round 2 next. Campbell in the gray, Billy Elekana in the gold. Light heavyweight showcase opportunity for these two men. Another inside kick to the shin there from Billy Elekana.
Yeah, we see that leg kick from time to time, and it's absolutely brutal for both involved. You know, I'm not sure I would try to attack the inside of someone's shin, but it is becoming more and more common.
Dan Hardy, what did you think of round number 1?
You know, I thought Campbell had a good first round. He was quite active. He had his opponent up against the fence a couple of times. But to your point, Sean, when he went back to the corner, the first thing he did is he put his knee down to wait for the stool to come in. And he looks a little bit more labored now, a little bit more fatigued than he was in the first round. So we've got to keep an eye on this. Elekana might have got his reads from that first round. He might start to pick it up in the second.
Thank you, Dan Hardy. And one of those reads might be to pick up the pace. Good check hook there from Elekana as Campbell came charging in. And now, Kenny, Billy's gone back to work on that low leg, this time the outside of the shin instead of that bony inside part.
Yeah, well, he's doing it from the orthodox stance now, when the first round he was in the southpaw stance the entire round.
Yeah, Elekana really looking more and more comfortable now. There's a nice combination from Campbell. Yeah, Elekana really sitting down on his punches now, throwing more combinations. That could spell trouble for Campbell, especially if that lead leg is compromised.
There you go. Nice 1-2 from Campbell. Long jab, followed with the right hand. Our betting expert Ian Parker joins us. Ian, how do we bet this fight?
Well, Sean, we didn't touch this fight early on. It was minus 210 for Elekana, but now Dan Hardy brought up a good point. Campbell's looking tired, and now Elekana's also throwing these calf kicks. He's starting to pick up the pace, and he's starting to really get the dance going. So if I'm going to bet this fight, I'm going to take Elekana right now at minus 160. I think he's leading the dance so far, winning this round. If he keeps this up, he's got to stand up right here, but if he can keep this up and win this round, I think he gets it done in the third round.
Thanks, Ian. To Ian's point, Billy Elekana now fighting this takedown attempt from Chuck Campbell. He's got both feet on the mat. Back into this neutral position. And this is where, Randy, you need to see Chuck Campbell improve the work, because the referee stopped it last time he pushed himself into this situation.
Yeah, it was very stale in the clinch in the first round. The referee had seen enough of it. He wasn't doing enough to damage or finish his opponent. And so he separated him and started him from the open again. And now, similar thing. There's the knee. Right as I said it, he threw that knee. He needs to stay very active in this clinch if he wants to stay in this position.
Again, a bit of a stalemate.
See the referee looking at it. That was a cup check again, too, but Elekana, worse for the wear.
Elekana has a nice forearm frame there. Now Campbell able to get an underhook on that same side.
Stop. Referee's seen enough of the chest to chest. Once more to the center of the smart cage. 90 seconds remain in round number 2. And you saw the big deep breaths from Chuck Campbell on the reset.
Oh!
Elekana trying to counterpunch his way out of that attack.
Campbell's landing some good shots from the outside.
And now he's walked down Billy Elekana.
There's a nice level change, trying to finish that double.
I need knees and foot stomps come up to the top of the clinch. You can't finish here. We got to get busy. We've got 48 seconds.
Elekana working on getting those underhooks.
That position. You're breaking off this clinch, Chuck.
He has one. Campbell able to pummel in.
30 seconds, Chuck. 30 seconds. Let's get busy.
Todd Duffy in the corner of Chuck Campbell asking for more activity from his fighter, who has been able to kind of dictate where this second round is happening.
Right hand over the top. Right hand over the top. Nice, nice.
Nice flurry here from Campbell.
20 seconds.
Big uppercut
Nice
from Billy
uppercut.
Elekana.
Well, that looked like it hurt Campbell.
Is there blood in the water in these final 10 seconds for Billy Elekana? High kick attempt there from Campbell, who once again punches himself into a clinch. And we will see round number 3 next.
All right, final round. Fight. Let's go,
Chuck Campbell's in the gray, Billy Elekana's in the gold. Third and final round, and Elekana will get back to the southpaw stance.
Well, Campbell might even be down 2 rounds, so he may actually need a finish. But I agree, those rounds have been close, and I think some very good advice from Todd Duffy as Elekana pursues Campbell and backs him up.
Each fighter has had their moments, but the moments have been few and far between. So Dan, you heard the advice. Dan Hardy, you heard the advice from Todd Duffy. What would you be telling Billy Elekana?
You know, I would be telling him to work more. I think he let that second round get away from him a little bit. I feel like Chuck Campbell came into that second round tired, but Elekana didn't make him work enough to keep him fatigued. That second round was up for grabs, and I'm leaning slightly towards Campbell, to be honest. Elekana, I feel, has got the pressure on him to get at least a 10-8 round or a big finish here.
A couple of stabbing kicks earlier from Billy Elekana, who might have heard that same advice from his corner. Go out there and try and get this finished. There's the work from the lead hand. Elekana has switched stances back and forth here in the southpaw stance in round number 3. Trying to bait Chuck Campbell.
Nice. Stay on it. Pressure, keep pressure. Give a break. There you go, hand fight forward, let's go.
Kenny, it's interesting. Campbell, the taller, longer fighter, but Billy Elekana seems to be the one who's dictating the distance of this fight.
Yeah, definitely. I think that Campbell isn't utilizing all the long-range strikes. He's using them really to kind of enter into a clinch, but I'm surprised he's not throwing more kicks to the body, more kicks to the leg. He's got a great jab, just not throwing enough volume, I think.
A little brief cup check there, but we'll get back to a quick restart. Now Campbell with the flurry.
Yeah, this is what Campbell needs.
Campbell's level changing, faking the shot, and coming right back up with those combinations. Trying to get Elekana's hands to drop, thinking he's shooting in again.
3 minutes, 2.5.
Overhand left attempted there from Elekana. Now Campbell working behind his jab.
Down the middle, let's go. Halfway through. Halfway.
Not enough volume from Chuck Campbell. It might be a function of some of the fatigue. Good check punch there. Lead hand from Billy Elekana. Kick to the body. And Randy, this is a light heavyweight showcase. Both of these guys obviously want the win first and foremost, but they want to win in impressive enough fashion that Ray Sefo and the rest of the fighter operations team says, yes, we want you as part of next year's light heavyweight season.
Yeah, I mean, are they making a statement that makes the bosses say, yeah, we want this guy, we need this guy in the division? I'm not sure that's the case, but we've seen that before. We saw Brendan Loughnane in his showcase bout kind of fight the same way, just wanted to get the W, and he came back and next season was a world champion, so hard to say.
Chuck Campbell with the entry here, and once again, the early attempt stifled by Billy Elekana. Head outside single here. He'll try to run the pipe. Elekana doing a good job with the balance.
Elekana has shown good defensive wrestling yet again here in this fight. Campbell's got some good speed. Now he's starting to sit down on his punches a little bit more, but if he's too upright, he's not maximizing his ability to generate force from the floor. Elekana seems to be sitting down just a little bit lower.
40 seconds. Good stop to knees, let's go. You guys switch the corner, turn this corner.
And Campbell just looks tired here. There's a nice right hand.
That one landed. Campbell.
We're in here. Let's go, give it to us.
Now Elekana throws the big hook and then beckons Campbell forward.
Let's go. Hey,
For now, Chuck Campbell will not oblige.
Yeah, Campbell's got to be careful. He's ducking down. That could duck down into a knee or an uppercut.
Almost final 10 seconds. Oh, jumping knee there, little switch, and a right hook lands for Billy Elekana in the final seconds. There's the last bell. We'll go to the judges' scorecards.
After 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards. Judge Brian Miner scores about 29-28 Campbell. Judge Joel Solis scores about 29-28 Elekana. And Judge Gino Garcia scores about 29-28 for your winner via split decision, Billy Elekana!